tonight. Of course, some other stats here for Coffeyville. They shoot 44% from the field. They average about 18 threes a game. They make about 7. The bulk of that is going to come from Tyler Perry. Of course, he is still your leading scorer. Of course, coming off of an 8-point performance, though, against Northwest Kansas Tech, kind of let others handle things, including Blaze Keita. D1 commit Blaze Keita. In case you missed the news over on KGGFradio.com, Keita committing to Nebraska. So he will take his talents to the Big Ten after this season. Of course, coming off of 17 points last Saturday. But let's take a look once again here at Colby. Leading scorer, that's going to be Anthony Marshall. Marshall, of course, a 6'1 guard out of Brooklyn, New York. Just a freshman, averaging 17.6 points a game. Other double-digit scorers, J. Reese Williams, Dominic Harvey, Tyrone Marshall Jr., Ahmad Johnson, and then Matt McFarland here as well. After that, you'll see a scoring drop. You go from 10 to 2.2. So, the scores are pretty much identified. It's just a matter of handling them here tonight. As for Coffeyville, of course, Tyler Perry, 16.4 points a game, 18.2 ever since we got into conference play. Blaze Keita, 11.4 points a game, and Larry White, averaging 10.1 points a game for himself here this season. So we're going to announce starting lineups here on the floor. First of all, for Colby, of course, coming from Colby, Kansas, out there in northwestern Kansas. Starting on the floor, 6'7", 215 forward, a freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee. It will be Tyrone Marshall Jr. Also out on the floor, the 6'1", 180-pound guard, a freshman out of Brooklyn, New York. That'll be Anthony Marshall. Remember, that is your leading scorer. So we'll see if Coffeyville can shut him down here tonight. Then you'll have a 6'7", 200-pound forward, a sophomore out of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. That'll be Dominic Harvey. 6'1", 180 pounds, a guard out of Sandusky, Ohio. He's a sophomore. That'll be J. Reese Williams. And then rounding out the lineup, 6'10", a forward, 210 pounds, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a sophomore, Matt McFarland. The Trojans are coached by Rusty Elmore in his second season as Colby head coach. He's assisted by Trey Rakes and Adam Gulick. So now, of course, we'll take a lineup here for these Coffeyville Red Ravens, lining up with something a little bit different here today. Of course, deviating from that normal 5-in, 5-out lineup we have seen, including a new starter here on the floor getting his first start of this season. So their lineup is going to look a little bit something like this. Out on the floor, it is going to be Kevon Ellis, of course, 6'4", 200 pounds, a guard, a sophomore out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Getting his first start here tonight out on the floor, it is going to be the 6'7", 190-pound guard out of sophomore out of Portland, Oregon. It'll be Boston Holt, again getting his first start this season here for Coffeyville. Also out on the floor, 5'11", 183 pounds, a guard out of Fort Coffee, Oklahoma. He is a sophomore. He's also your leading scorer here this season, 16.4 points a game this season. It is going to be Tyler Perry. Also out on the floor, 5'10", 155 pounds, a guard, a freshman out of Pensacola, Florida. It will be Love Bettis. And then, of course, you'll also have out on the floor 6'10", 235 pounds, a center, a freshman out of Mali, Africa, in Sunrise Christian Academy out in Wichita. You're going to have the D1 commit heading to Nebraska after this season. It'll be Blaze Keita. Of course, Keita averaging 11.4 points a game this season. So Larry White going to be starting on the bench. Also of note in today's lineup, Noah Butler. A scratch here for this one, of course, might be hurt here, dressed up. He is still with the team. He is still here on the bench. And it looks like he might just be having a bit of an injury issue, so we will not have Noah Butler here today. So Coffeyville playing maybe a bit shorthanded, but we'll see how they maybe kind of change up this lineup. We might look to see a little bit more of Al-Husseini Diallo in today's game. We might see Hunter Anderson, Jalen Randall, Jake Van Northam. We might see it all here, but of course we'll see how Coffeyville starts out here with this new starting lineup here against Colby. So once again, big thank you to all of our sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Community State Bank, Dillon Liquor, Newkirk, Denison Buckles of Coffeyville, Perky's Used Cars here in Coffeyville, of course, Coffeyville Community College, Derailed Commodity, and H&R Block of Coffeyville. They make this broadcast possible. They let us bring you to YouTube, the US 98.1 Coffeyville Community College YouTube page. It is going to be McFarland here in the circle for Colby. He'll be jumping on golf against, of course, Keita for Coffeyville. Again, Coffeyville looking to make it 9 in a row to start off this season, take down these 2-3 Colby Trojans. Of course, by the way, the Red Ravens coached by Jay Herkelman, his 26th year. He's assisted by Kyle Campbell and Abdul Olasesi. Opening tip is away, and it's going to be won here by Coffeyville. Tip off going to head off to Kevon Ellis, and it'll be sent over to Perry. He'll bring the ball across half court. Pass over to Bettis now onto the right wing, trying to look instantly for Keita. Instead, they'll give it up top, and now over to Perry on the left wing. Perry off to his right. Now he'll send it on over to Bettis. And off to Ellis, inside to Keita. Keita fade away. Front of the rim, rolls around, no good. Holt trying to find the rebound, can't find it though. It's picked up by Harvey. He'll toss it on back over to Anthony Marshall. So you have Marshall on the floor, and then Tyrone Marshall Jr., no relation. So Marshall gives it inside to McFarland. Ball stripped away though, ends up in the hands of Perry. Caulfield coming back the other direction. 3-on-1, off to Holt. Holt right side layup, that's good. Ball was tipped by Harvey. Unfortunately for Harvey, he tips it right back in. I think it would have been goaltending anyway, but Caulfield takes an early 2-0 lead. Inbound pass to Anthony Marshall. Caulfield does apply a little bit of pressure here. Marshall up the floor now. That'll be J. Reese Williams. Williams cross-court pass, trying to find Tyrone Marshall Jr. He'll be able to save it, and they'll find Anthony Marshall. So it'll be Marshall Jr. and Marshall. That's how we'll kind of go with it here. As Marshall goes off to his left, shot from the left elbow, floats it up, and it's good. So Anthony Marshall good for 2 here to start things off, and we're back tied now at 2 apiece. Tyler Perry with it. He'll give it over to Kevon Ellis. Shot just inside the 3-point line. He'll put it through. So Coffeyville 4-2 here, a minute and a half into this one. Remember, 2 20-minute halves. Pass up the floor now, going to find Marshall Jr. He'll toss it up to Marshall. Marshall going to be picked up here by Ellis. Caulfield going with the man-to-man. Marshall going to try to drive on into the lane, over to the opposite block, but the ball stripped away from McFarland. Ellis with it now, gives it on over to Bettis. Bettis, quick 3 from the left wing, back of the rim, no good. Brought home by McFarland. He'll give it on over to Marshall. He'll bring it up the left side of the floor. Screen set by McFarland. Marshall going off to his right. Will find McFarland. Trying to go across the lane with it. Pass tipped away. Ellis going to bring it in. Another steal here for Coffeyville early. Make that 3 steals now in the first 2.5 minutes. Tyler Perry on the right wing. He'll come back to his left. Now toss it over to Bettis. Bettis up top to Perry once again. He's guarded by Marshall Jr. Now on over to Holt. Holt going to drive the left baseline. Trying to go across to Keita, but he is fouled. It'll be a blocking foul. And Colby will pick up their first personal. Foul will go on Matt McFarland, his first. And it'll be Perry to inbound the ball from the baseline. Inbounds pass, heads on over to Kevon Ellis. 3-point shot from the corner, shot no good. But bringing it in is Perry. Possession will continue here with Love Bettis at the top of the key. He's guarded by Marshall. Now we'll get it inside over to the left block to Keita. Keita pump fakes, now going to drive on into the lane. Another fadeaway, this time makes it good. Plays Keita again, likes that fadeaway. Has a nice soft touch. And he'll put it in. Caulfield up by 4, 6-2. Marshall up the floor now to the top of the key, kicks it on over to Williams. Williams deep 3 from the left wing, too hard, no good. Holt there for the rebound. Holt up the left side here, going to try to take it in on Marshall Jr. Nope, pass it back out to Perry. Perry deep 3. Is that one good? Nope, front of the rim. And it's rebounded by Williams. Up the floor now, going to find Harvey. He'll drive into the lane. He'll be fouled on his way up, and he'll go to the line for 2. Foul belonged to Tyler Perry, his first. So it will be Dominic Harvey at the line shooting 2. Again, 6'7", 200-pound forward. And of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. First free throw off the right side of the rim, no good. Stick with this 4-point Caulfield lead. Of course, can cut it to 3 with this second free throw. It's up and away, and that one is also no good. Keita going to bring it down. So Harvey goes 0 for 2 from the line. Caulfield still leads by 4 here early in this one. 16.5 minutes left in this first half. Holt now on over to Perry on the left wing. Up top, we go to Ellis. Back outside the 3-point line, we go to Holt. Over to Bettis. Bettis dribbling off to his left. He's guarded by Marshall. And now swing it around, trying to get in inside to Keita. Keita up with the slam. Keita gets around the defender, beats McFarland off the dribble, and he'll throw it down. Keita's now got 4, 8-2. Coffeyville still applying pressure as Marshall comes across half court. Gives it over to William and gets it right back. Marshall at the half court line to the top of the key, now dribbling off to his right. Shot just inside the elbow, that's good. Marshall with another 2 here. He's got all 4 Colby's points, but it's Tyler Perry coming back quickly the other way. Tries to get it across the block over to Keita. Keita keeping it strong, tries to go up with it. Shot blocked, though, and it comes down in favor of Colby. Back the other way, that'll be Marshall. Marshall with the layup, it's good. Marshall now with 6. All 6 of Colby's first half points. Bettis comes back quickly the other way. He'll toss it over to Ellis. Ellis off to the block to Keita. Keita with another fadeaway. Front of the rim, falls through. Keita's got 6, and so does Anthony Marshall. And now we'll have ourselves our first substitution of the game, Jalen Randall. He'll be checking in, as well as Markeith Browning, Hayden Brittingham, Larry White, and Jalen Smith will go 5 in, 5 out. So nothing changes there. Again, just a personnel change from the last couple games. Anthony Marshall with it, fades away. Shot too short, rebounded by Holt. Maybe a bit of a heat check there as they'll pass it over to Bettis. Bettis on the left wing now. We're going to drive on in, spins around, gives it off to Ellis. Ellis for 3. And good, drains it. Not a complete switch, but you know what? It'll still go in. And Coffeyville now leads by 7 quickly here at 13-6. Jay Reese Williams with it, trying to go across half court. Now we'll have a blocking foul here. That'll be charged to Kevon Ellis. So Ellis charged with the foul. That'll be first on Ellis, second team foul. And now, of course, we'll get that substitution here. Will be Smith. It'll be Randall as well. Brittingham, White, and Markeith Browning on the floor. So it'll be Jay Reese Williams to inbound the ball right in front with me here on the scorer's table, I should say. The inbounds pass goes to Ahmad Johnson. He checked in as well here for Colby. Pass on over to Williams now. Inside we go to McFarland. McFarland on the left block and a square up. Puts one off the backboard. Shot no good. Shot still up in the air. Tyrone Marshall Jr. trying to bring it down, but it'll be Harvey on the floor. Coffeyville trying to dive on the floor for it. Shot popped up once again, but it's picked up by McFarland. He'll put one off the glass on the right side. And McFarland good for 2 now, and it's down to 5. But a 3-point shot on the other side. That's Jalen Randall. His shot's no good. Ball heads out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Coffeyville. It'll be Colby basketball. So Jalen Randall into the game. Haven't seen him too much this season. Averaging 3.3 minutes a game in his first 3 games as a Red Raven. Yet to score a field goal. And of course, a big opportunity here. Williams coming across half court. He'll be guarded by Brittingham. Coffeyville switching through the screens here as Johnson tries to take it to the block. Back out we go now over to McFarland. McFarland guarded by Randall. Now out to Johnson. He'll take a 3 from the corner. Too hard, no good. There for the rebound is Browning. Browning up the left side. He'll be picked up here by Marshall. Over to Smith and now off over to Randall. Randall to his left. And he'll give it on over to Smith. Back now to Randall. He'll rotate it around. Eventually we'll go over to the baseline. Over to Brittingham. He'll try to go through. He'll find it. Brittingham takes it up strong on the baseline. He'll add himself another 2 here. 15-8 in favor of Coffeyville. And now we'll have ourselves a turnover, as they're going to say Williams stepped on the line.
Raven basketball.
So will be Ravens basketball here up by 7. 15-8, 13-19 remaining here in this first half. Smith to inbound it from the baseline. Has to find a target. Will find Brittingham in the corner. Tries to get it up top, but the ball is tipped out of bounds. But it will remain with Coffeyville. Now just inbounding it from the sideline. They'll give it on in to Smith. Smith guarded by Marshall. Smith to his left. Now going to find White. And now over to Browning. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Browning drives in. Left side layup. Good. Markeith Browning has himself to the scorer's book. 17-8 now. Coffeyville now with a 9-point lead. Marshall Jr. with it. He'll give it up to the top of the key over to Harvey. Back now we go to Marshall. Marshall pump fakes. Now drives in. Shot from the left elbow. Front of the rim no good. Bringing down the rebound is Browning. Back quickly the other way. It'll be a 3-on-3. Browning trying to float it up. Brittingham slams it home. A big slam there for Hayden Brittingham. An alley-oop. And that'll be a timeout here on the floor. Coffeyville leads by double digits, 19-8 with 12:37. You're listening to Red Ravens basketball, US 98.1 KUSN.
at Gillum Retail Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Back after the timeout, the big Hayden Brittingham alley-oop. Set up beautifully by Marquise Browning there. Coffeyville leads by 11 here at 19-8. Connor Harbin here with you. US 98.1 KUSN. J. Reese Williams with the ball. Top of the key now to Marshall. Marshall now on over to Harvey on the right elbow. He'll toss it back up to Williams. Williams now on over to Marshall. Screen set by Harvey, dribbling to his left. We'll find Harvey. Harvey slams it home. So a dunk for a dunk. I'll say Coffeyville's was a little bit cooler, but Harvey slams it home nonetheless. I'll be biased. I mean, it was an alley-oop after all. Browning now off to Brittingham on the right baseline. One dribble, gets it back out to White. White mid-range jumper, that's good. So White adds himself to the scoring book, and we're back up to 11 now, 21-10. Pressure broken, they'll get across half court as Williams finds it. Now pass over to Johnson. Johnson setting up for three, back of the rim, no good. Long rebound though, it's picked up by Harvey. Into the lane we go, a traveling violation going to be called here on Anthony Marshall. So Coffeyville will get possession of the basketball back as Matt McFarland checks in once again. Coffeyville still going with that five of White, Smith, Browning, Brittingham, and Randall. Coffeyville looks like they may actually be facing a bit of a zone now. Colby going to be switching up the defense. White gets it up to the top of the key over to Smith. This will be a 1-3-1, I think. Driving into the lane is Browning, left side layup, bucket, but nope, they'll call a charge. Browning tries to float it in, but he is charged with the charge. That'll be his first personal, and the third team foul.
Jalen, you got to be ready to get up there and swing. What are you doing backing off that guy?
11-13 remaining in the first half. Coffeyville still leads this one 21-10. Pass over to the left wing. It's McFarland just inside the three-point line. He'll give it off over to Marshall. Marshall inside to McFarland. McFarland right side layup. That's good. Nice ball movement there for the Trojans. Gets them the bucket. We're back down to single digits, 21-12. Browning with the basketball. Swings around the perimeter. Over now to Randall. Now off to White. White top of the key at Smith. Smith pump fakes, now tries to drive in, backs back out, now gets it inside the lane to Brittingham. Brittingham left side layup, good. Left side layup, right side shot. As Brittingham's now got 6. Coffeyville's post players doing some solid work right now. Keita with 6, Brittingham with 6. Coffeyville leads by 11 once again at 23-12. Marshall off to his right, screen set by McFarland, trying to switch through the screen. Jump stop from McFarland, throws one up, shot no good, but he gets his own putback. And once again, we go back down to 9. Coffeyville having a little bit of trouble breaking that 11-point seal at the moment. Pass on over to Browning. He's on the left wing. Steps inside, gives it back on over to Smith. Smith a bit of trouble corralling it, but now gives it back over to Browning. He'll take the three. Back of the rim, no good. Brittingham trying to bring it in, but it is taken away by Johnson. Marshall back the other way with it at the top of the key. They'll give it on over to Harvey. Harvey a few steps, now finds J. Reese Williams. Over we go to McFarland, and now off once again. That'll be Ahmad Johnson. Off to Harvey at the top of the key. He'll try to drive on in on Randall. Now kicks it on over to Williams. Williams long two. That's good. 23-16 now. Back down to 7. We'll have immediate timeout on our next dead ball. Randall gives it on up over to Smith. Gets it right back. Rotating around into the corner. White going to take the three. Back of the rim, no good. And there to rebound it is Harvey. White going to get the steal. White, nobody in front of him, slams it home. White with the quick hands, we know he has. Blink if you miss it, he gets the slam. Coffeyville up 25-16. And now we have a foul here as Williams tries to come across. That foul going to be charged to Jalen Smith. So Smith will pick up his first. We'll have a brand new lineup out on the floor. Looks to be the starters when we come back from the media timeout. But we will take a media timeout back in 1 minute. You're listening to Red Ravens basketball. Actually, nope, 25-16, 8:58 remaining. You're listening to Red Ravens basketball, US 98.
Today.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Coming back out of the timeout, 8:58 remaining here in this first half. Coffeyville leads this one 25-16 after the big slam there from Larry White. So now we'll have a new 5 out on the board. We'll return to the starters. Perry, Ellis, Bettis, Holt, and Kita. Now on to the floor here for Coffeyville. We'll have Marshall and Marshall Jr. out on the floor for Colby. Also Dominic Harvey, J. Reese Williams. And it looks to be Ahmad Johnson as well. Pass over to Marshall Jr. puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Holt. Holt up the floor. Dribbles off to his left. Now gives it on over to Bettis. Bettis to his right. Toss it on back over to Perry. Perry back to Bettis now. Wing-to-wing pass and back once again over to Perry. Now off to the big corner is Ellis. Ellis drives the baseline. Toss it out to Ellis. Or excuse me, Bettis. Perry going to drive into the lane. Bucket and the foul. Perry going to find himself on the board with a nice drive and an and-one opportunity. Foul will be on J. Reese Williams, his first. So Perry getting his first chance from the line here tonight. Free throw was up and no good. But Perry does still get the first two, and now we'll have ourselves be knocked out of bounds. Focused elsewhere, but it will still be Colby basketball. Perry, a rare miss from the free throw line, coming into this game averaging 88%. But does still get the bucket. So we are up to 11 once again, 27-16. Had several 11-point leads throughout this one. Williams at the top of the key, now going to give it on over to McFarland. He checked back into the game, now trying to find Johnson, and he'll get him. Up top now to Harvey and over to Marshall. Marshall off to McFarland. He's guarded by Kita. Now going to take a three from the top of the key. Shot clock running out. Off the front of the rim it goes, and it's picked up by Perry. Perry back to Ellis, and now back to Perry once again. Perry dribbling off to his left will find Bettis. Bettis directing traffic, now drives into the lane, kicks it on over to Ellis. Ellis going to drive the right baseline. Shoots the floater, gets it good. Kevon Ellis having himself a nice start to this game. Leads all scorers with 7 here at the moment, including that three-point shot earlier. 29-16, finally breaking that 11-point mark. Coffeyville, their biggest lead of the game here at 13. Marshall to his right, trying to drive here on Perry. Ball put on the force, going to score it out. Still fighting for the basketball, but it's eventually picked up by Bettis. 3-on-3 the other direction. Perry pump fakes, drives into the lane, tries to float one for Kita, but Holt's there instead. He'll put it in. Nice change in midair for Holt to pick that one up. And he's got 4. That was an alley-oop attempt intended for Kita, but Holt's there for the bucket nonetheless. Harvey at the free throw line, gives it on over to Marshall on the left wing. Inside to McFarland, he'll square up, guarded by Kita. Now going to back out, just inside the three-point line. Dangerous pass across the court, but is able to find Johnson. Johnson looking right baseline, but backs it back out. He'll give it on over to Williams. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams going to take the deep three. Back of the rim, no good, but it's picked up by McFarland. McFarland goes up with it, bucket and the foul. That will be on Blaze Kita, his first. And McFarland will head to the line now with 8 of your 18 first half points. Tyrone Marshall Jr. going to check back in here for Colby as Dominic Harvey steps down. But it will be McFarland at the line, shooting 1. McFarland this season, he averages 56% from the free throw line. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 6'10", sophomore forward. Shot is up and away, and it's good. So McFarland will convert the and 1, and it's back down to 12 now at 31-19. Perry up the left side here, screen set by Kita, looking for the pick and roll, can't find it. They'll give it on over to Bettis. Inside now to Kita, he's fouled from behind. That'll be the third team foul here on Colby. This one going to go on Tyrone Marshall Jr., his first personal. Perry on the baseline. Once again, he'll inbound it from there. Looking for a target. He'll just toss it back up to the half-court line over to Kevon Ellis. Ellis to his right. Now finds Bettis. Bettis going to center the basketball. Gives it on over to Perry. Perry going to set up. Deep three. Is that one good? Yes, it is. He's got range. And he makes Colby pay there. His first three of the game. Perry's got 5. The Coffeyville lead is up to 15. 34-19 now with 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Marshall Jr. going to hand it off. Marshall going to hand it off over to McFarland. A little bit of contact there, and a foul is going to be charged to Kevon Ellis. Ellis is second. Coffeyville 6th. So, it's the bonus for Colby the next 6 minutes. As Markeith Browning checks into the game. He replaces Ellis with those 2 personal fouls. Colby to inbound it underneath the basket. We'll toss it up over to Johnson. Johnson for 3 from the top of the key. Left side of the rim, no good. Holt's there to bring it home. Holt will bring it up himself. Going to drive into the lane. Shoots the floater. Pass tipped away, or shot tipped away by McFarland. Is coming back the other direction. Marshall up the floor over to Harvey. Harvey goes up. He'll be fouled. And he'll head to the line for 2. And that foul going to be charged to Markeith Browning, his second. Coffeyville 7th. So will be Harvey shooting 2. Foul was on the shot. Harvey 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Takes the first shot, and that one's good. So he'll get his first basket, or his first free throw, I should say. And we'll get another one here. Harvey, by the way, averaging 13 points a game this season. Second free throw is also good off the front of the rim. And we'll be back down to 13 now, 34-21. Bettis with the basketball, dribbling off to his left. To the top of the key now. Now going to try to drive into the lane. Spins back to his left, fade away, good. Bettis with the nice fade away. And add another scorer to the book as Bettis has his first 2. Another game, another balanced scoring effort. I can't use that headline anymore for post-game stories, but Coffeyville just seems to have so many different scores. Williams across the lane, now going to give it on over to Harvey. Harvey trying to slam it home. A little bit ambitious there, but it's picked up by Coffeyville. Perry with it on the left wing. Now gives it on over to Browning. Browning setting up in the corner. He'll drive left baseline, loses control. Keita's there. We'll have a foul, and it'll be a charge. Another charge here. That'll be on Browning. That'll be his third. And that'll bring Browning out of the game as checking back in. It'll be Jalen Smith. Coffeyville does lead by 15 as we pass the 5-minute mark. 75% of the way through this half. 36-21. Marshall dribbling off to his right will find Harvey now. And gives it on over to Williams. Williams up top to McFarland. Kicks it on over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Bettis. Johnson going to throw up the 3. It's good. And after a few tries, Colby finally finds their first 3 of the game. Via Ahmed Johnson, his first basket of the game. Down to 12 we go, 36-24. Holt in the corner. He's guarded by Harvey. Dribbling into his right onto the lane. Gives it on over to Smith. Smith dribbling to his left. Going to drive into the lane, and he traveled with it. Took an extra step. Really tagged with the travel. And we'll come back the other way, but not after we have ourselves a timeout taken by Coffeyville. So Coffeyville going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. 4:25 remaining in this first half. Coffeyville leads by 12.
On your small business or personal tax needs. For the year-round services you need and the one-on-one attention you deserve, partner with H&R Block Business Services. Stop by our offices at 502 West 12th in Coffeyville or 101 East Main in Independence.
Back after the timeout here, 4:22 remaining in this first half of play. Coffeyville leads by 12 over the Colby Community College Trojans, 36-24. Matt McFarland with the basketball. He'll send it on over to Marshall. Marshall inside McFarland. One dribble, puts it up, and it's good. McFarland has been the Achilles heel for Coffeyville here tonight. He's got 11 first half points. It's down to 10 now, 36-26. Boston Holt with the basketball. A couple players sent to the scoring table, by the way, who will check in a moment, which will be Hayden Brittingham and Larry White. Smith takes it to the right wing, gives it on over to Perry now. Perry off over to Bettis. Bettis looking to drive right baseline. Will dribble through, tries to find Holt, but he'll step out of bounds. It'll be Colby basketball. So White will check in, as will Brittingham. Checking out, it'll be Keita and Holt. Coffeyville looking to maintain this double-digit lead. As big as 15. And now currently sitting at 10. Matt McFarland with it here on the left wing. Puts the ball on the floor. One dribble to his right. Now gives it over to Marshall. Marshall on over to Harvey. And off to Ahmad Johnson. Johnson across over to the right wing. It's Williams. He'll drive in. We'll have ourselves a blocking foul. Or a reach-in foul. Either or. It'll be free throws coming up. A foul on Jalen Smith, his second. 9th team foul, and to the line, it'll be J. Reese Williams. Williams this season, a 72% free throw shooter, averaging 15 points a game. Free throw up and away, it's good. So back down to single digits we go, now at 9, 36-27. Williams 6'1", 180 pounds, a guard out of Sandusky, Ohio. Williams setting up for the second of two. It's up and away and good. So that's 4 made free throws in a row here for Colby. As Bettis comes back the other way, he's fouled. The foul will be on Matt McFarland, his second. Boston Holt sent to the line. Well, to the scores table, I should see. They're going to say it wasn't on the shot. They're going to say it wasn't a shot. But Boston Holt will check in for Love Bettis regardless. So that'll be 2 on McFarland. Holt does check in. Perry to inbound it from the baseline. He'll toss it in over to Holt. Pass on over to Perry on the right wing. He'll give it over to White. White driving right baseline, going to try to swing it through to the corner. Hot pass, maybe a little bit too much heat on it. He'll send it on into the bleachers, and it'll be Colby basketball. Coffeyville going a little bit cold here over the last few minutes. Trying to maintain this lead. Currently sits at 8, 36-28. 3:08 remaining in this half. Marshall with it, dribbling off to the right. Now gives it over to Marshall Jr. Williams now off to Harvey at the top of the key. To his left, gives it over to Johnson. Coffeyville sticking through screens. Johnson guarded by Brittingham. They'll give it over to Williams, and now up top we go once again to Marshall. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Marshall dribbling to his right. Going to take a shot from the free throw line. Front of the rim, no good. Brought down by Holt. Holt off to Perry. He'll bring it up the left side. Be picked up here by Williams. Over to Holt. Holt one dribble. Takes the wide open three. Buries it. Boston Holt good for 3. He's got 7 now. His first start this season. And we're back up to double digits, 39-28. Love Bettis sent back to the scores table. As J. Reese Williams takes it, now gets it into the corner. Dominic Harvey for 3. That's no good, too hard. And it's rebounded here by White. Rotating around, going to find Perry on the right wing. Perry now on over to Holt. Holt looking to get it inside to White, can't find it. Zeb will dribble off to his left. Centers the basketball, gives it on over to Brittingham. Brittingham looking to drive left side, layup, bucket, no, but he will get the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on Ahmad Johnson, his first, team's 5th. But it will be Hayden Brittingham at the line, shooting 2. Brittingham, a 47% free throw shooter this season. First one up and away. It's no good. Brittingham tonight, 6 points, including an exciting alley-oop earlier in the half. Bettis checks in after the first free throw, replacing Jalen Smith on the floor. 6'5", a freshman out of Fort Worth, Texas. Second one up and away, rolls around, but eventually falls through. So Birmingham's got 7 tonight. We're up to 12 now at 40-28. A minute 49 remaining in the half. Ball overthrown, but Marshall's able to corral it in before it heads out of bounds. Marshall coming up quickly the other way, but the ball stripped away by White. One-on-one the other direction, tries to beat Williams to the bucket. Just a reminder, you can't hang on to the rim. But White not tagged for it there, gets the big old slam. 14-point lead for Coffeyville. Williams across. Loses control, ball kicked out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by Williams. Actually, no, they'll say it was touched on the way out. But it will be Colby basketball here on the baseline. They're going to say Birmingham's brushed it with his hand as it rolled out. Colby does control the basketball here. They'll get it inside to Marshall. But Marshall will step out of bounds. It'll be back to Coffeyville. And McFarland checking back in here for Colby. A minute 17 remaining in this half. Coffeyville up by 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scores here for Coffeyville in this half. Off to Perry now on the left side, on the left base, left wing. And to search for my words there, but either way, he'll give it off over to Holt. Holt going to drive on in, tries to drive on Marshall Jr. Instead, kicks it on over to the opposite corner. Now up top to Perry we go. And they'll send it on into the corner now to White. Under a minute left to go, 6 seconds left in the shot clock. White tries to put up the floater, but he can't find the mark. It heads out of bounds. It'll be Colby basketball. Williams will bring the ball up the floor. Guarded by Bettis. Moves to his right. He'll give it on over to Ahmad Johnson. Now over to Marshall Jr. He'll send it to the basketball. Picks up the dribble, kicks it on over to Harvey. Harvey to his right. Now on over to Williams. Williams, 5 seconds left from the shot clock. Dribbling to his left. Going to be picked up by Bettis. Tries to get it out of bounds. Or tries to get the pass over to Harvey. But it's tipped out of bounds. Nobody's trying to get it out of bounds. We all know that. But either way, it is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Coffeyville basketball. No shot clock. 23 seconds left in the half. Coffeyville can take the final shot into the timeout, or into the halftime period, as I should call it. As Perry brings it across slowly. 13 seconds left here on the clock. Now down to 10. Perry guarded by Williams. Perry looking here at the top of the key. Going to try to go to his left here. Steps back out. Has to move something quickly, but he will be fouled. Foul here on the floor, picked up by Ahmad Johnson. That'll be the 16th foul. There's no free throws. Excuse me, nope, that one's on Jay Reese, but they will still have 1.6 seconds left to do something with it. Bettis will inbound from the baseline. Coffeyville going to probably have to do a catch and shoot. Has to find a target at least. We'll get it in. Birmingham with the shot, can't find it from about 13 feet. And that'll end the first half of play. So Coffeyville will take a double-digit lead into the halftime period. They lead the Colby Community College Trojans 42-28. So tell you what we'll do. Well, we'll do as we always do. We'll take a couple minutes here for a timeout. We'll come back. I'll have your scoring summary for you, and then we'll get you set up here for that second half. We'll kind of talk about how Coffeyville was able to build this 14-point lead. But back in a few minutes. We got a 15-minute halftime period on the way. You're listening to Red Ravens basketball, US 98.1 KUSN.
NDB Insurance in Neodesha is your local hometown independent insurance agent. Always here to help. You can call NDB at 325-2645 or visit their website.
Please direct your attention to the court and give it up for your Red Raven dance team. Ladies, the floor is yours.
Ever since 16, I've been having a job, knowing nothing in life, but I gotta get rich. Real hustle, real hustle. Dance with now, you've been served. I like it with a little bit of hit. with an uppercut. Call that Captain Hook. Hey, I go shopping, want it, then I cop it. Hey, drop it, I do what they copy. Hey, look, he's a sweetie. When he, know it's good, then he doing anything. It's no problem, nobody solving. You can keep hating and popping regardless. No problem, nobody solving. You can keep hating and popping regardless. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. You can keep hating and popping regardless. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. No problem, nobody solving. You can keep hating and popping regardless. Dance with jail, you've been served. When he,
Make some noise for your Red Raven dance team.
Coffeyville Community College can help, and CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting, fast 8-week classes, or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251.
really makes you feel wanted and appreciated, Gillum Retail Liquor in Coffeyville is just such a place. They really go the extra mile for their customers. Stop by and you'll see a list of area favorites and adult beverages. Are you looking for something in particular? Well, if it's available anywhere in Kansas, Gillum will do their very best to order it for you. While you're relaxing and listening to the Red Ravens game, choose Gillum Liquor to supply the drinks. You'll find all you need at Gillum Retail Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Does your business need radio communications facilities? KCD Towers has tower space available. They can meet your needs in Chautauqua, Montgomery, and Labette counties in southeast Kansas, and Osage, Washington, and Nowata counties in northeast Oklahoma, with expanded coverage across the area. Tower space for cellular or two-way communications? Let's talk. Call Kevin Potter, 918-336-1001, or go online to bartlesvilleradio.com and click on Rent Tower Space under the Contact tab. Start your communications outreach today.
And welcome back here to Nellis Hall here in Coffeyville, Kansas. Of course, Connor Harvard here with you, US 98.1 KUSN. We have ourselves about 3 more minutes before we get back to action here between Coffeyville and Colby. Of course, the Red Ravens, they currently lead this one 42-28 over the Trojans, once again, of Colby Community College. So we take a look at some stats over that first half of play. Coffeyville shooting 63% from the field, way above their normal average of 44%. And of course, this is a team that really has shot better as of late. Of course, shot 50% against the Mavericks of Northwest Kansas Tech, and it looks like that success has carried on over to this game, where they're shooting 63% from the floor. Of course, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, so a 33% clip there. And then just 3 free throws in that first half. Really didn't get a whole lot of chances at the line. Of course, neither really did Colby, but you did go 1 of 3 from the line there. As we look at some other stats for you, Colby, they shot 44% from the field, 11 of 25, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc, and then 5 of 7 as well from the free throw line. So a 4-point differential there obviously doesn't mean a whole lot because Coffeyville has just been shooting so well from the field so far here in this one. Of course, turnovers, it looks like Coffeyville currently leading that turnover battle 10-5. Rebounding, Coffeyville actually losing the battle there, but once again, just the Coffeyville making shots to begin with. It really doesn't really matter if you lose that rebound battle because you just don't have as many opportunities. So Coffeyville obviously don't have to worry about that too much, but they are losing that rebounding battle. Only 1 offensive rebound and 10 defensive rebounds. So there you go, only 1 offensive rebound. That kind of directly correlates into, make your shots. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Also, looks like some other stats we need to look at here. Coffeyville 6 steals in that first half, by the way. Colby, no steals. So a very clean half of basketball. Other than the fouls, Coffeyville was very, very clean in that first half. The solid defense we have known and loved from them so far this season, only allowing 28 points in that first half. Some auxiliary stats for you. We'll see if we can find anything interesting. Coffeyville 10 points off of those 10 turnovers. However, Colby is making them pay whenever they do, whenever Coffeyville does have that rare turnover. 5 turnovers for Coffeyville, 9 points off of turnovers for Colby. Obviously 9 points from beyond the arc for Coffeyville, just 3 for Colby. Second chance points, Colby has 7 to Coffeyville's 2. Team rebounds 3 for Colby, and Coffeyville has none. And how about points off the bench? There we go. That's important to talk about here. Coffeyville currently having so much more success there. 15 points off the bench. Obviously, you got to consider the fact, though, that Colby has only played 6 players here in this game thus far. That would be, coming off the bench, Ahmad Johnson, who had the 3-point shot there. So Coffeyville using their bench a little bit more extensively than Colby in that first half. So we'll get going here in about 30 seconds. Tell you what, we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back. I'll have yourself the second half of Red Ravens basketball. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to US 98.1.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
And once again, welcome back here. Going to start off the second half of play. It'll be Colby basketball to start things off here. Coffeyville looks like they'll be going with their starting lineup. It'll be Bettis, Holt, Perry, Ellis, and Kita out onto the floor. It'll be Dominic Harvey with the basketball. He'll come across half court, give it on over to Jay Reese-Williams. Now inside we go over to Matt McFarland. He had 11 first half points. Now the ball going to end up on the floor. It's picked up by Marshall Jr., but that shot swatted away here by Kita. Up the floor, Coffeyville comes. It's Tyler Perry in the left corner. He'll look to drive baseline, spins back out, and now gives it on over to Ellis. Ellis back on over to Perry now, and inside over to the left block we go to Kita. Kita backing down McFarland, kicks it out to Ellis. Wide open three from the right wing, buries it. Ellis good for three to start things off here in the second half. Ellis, your first Red Raven in the double digits. He's got 10. 45-28 we go here. As Williams comes up the left side of the floor, up top now to Marshall. Screen set by McFarland. Now kick out over to Williams over on the left wing. To his right now, over to Marshall. And off to Marshall Jr. Gives it right back. Top of the key, that's going to be McFarland. 5 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Perry. Going to take the shot, and it'll be the long two. McFarland's got his first bucket of the second half. He's got 13. He leads all scorers tonight. Tyler Perry with the ball on the left wing. Going to get it on over to Holt now. He's guarded by Williams. Holt going to square up to the basket, trying to drive into the lane. Swings it back on out to Perry. Perry deep three, just shy of the top of the key. It's no good off the left side of the rim. Marshall back quickly the other way. Gets it over to Marshall Jr. Shot up, no good. But there for the putback is Harvey. Harvey can't get it home, though. And Holt's there for the rebound. Perry with it. Going to go wing to wing. Hands it off to Ellis. Ellis driving hard. Left side layup. Rolls around. Falls through. Ellis with the nice move to the basket. He's got 12. 47-30 we go. Back now to 17. Over now to Williams. Williams going to get it across half court. Over to Marshall Jr. Toss it off to Marshall. Bring it over to the right wing. Guarded by Perry. Back to his left. Now sends it over to McFarland. Into the corner. We go over to Marshall Jr. Ahmad Johnson sent to the scorer's table here for Colby. As Williams takes it up top to McFarland. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. McFarland going to take another three this time. That one no good, but there for the rebound is Marshall Jr. His putback attempt is no good. Harvey with the rebound. His shot, he'll be blocked, but it will be a foul, and he'll head to the line. So Coffeyville, we talked about losing the rebounding battle. You still can't just give up offensive rebounds, as that'll bring situations like that. Kevon Ellis picking up his third. First team foul of the half. So be Harvey to the line, shooting 2. Had 4 points in the first half. Went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Went 0 of 2 his first time up, and then 2 of 2 his second. Harvey's first free throw claims off the front of the rim. It's no good. Larry White going to check into the game, replacing Kevon Ellis. And now Harvey will get his second opportunity here. It's up and away and good. So you go 0 of 2, you go 2 of 2, and now you go 1 of 2. Harvey's got 5 points tonight. White to steal. Actually, nope, White's got to corral it in. Tries to save it. He'll bounce it off of Johnson. And Coffeyville will retain possession. 47-31, 17.5 minutes remaining in this men's contest. Inbounds pass, tossed over to Perry. Perry now off to Bettis on the right wing. He'll dribble to his left. Now gives it over to Kita at the top of the key. Kita puts the ball on the floor. Hand it over to Perry. Now trying to work inside. Ball tipped away here by McFarland. Nobody in front of him. Perry going to try as McFarland puts up the left-hand layup. He'll put it softly home. McFarland's got 15 now. We're down to 14 at 47-33. Bettis on the right wing, going off to his left. 3-point shot, top of the key, good. Well, Bettis his first 3 of the game. And we're back up. Now to 17 at 50-33. Ahmad Johnson across half court. Now swings it over to the opposite corner and up to the top of the key to Harvey. Harvey off to Marshall. Marshall to his left. Now gives it over to McFarland. McFarland off to Johnson. Pump fakes. Now dribbles to his right. Up top to Harvey. Harvey trying to go in on Kita. Step back jumper is no good. Fight for the rebound. It's picked up by Marshall Jr. Gives it over to McFarland, block to block, but his shot's blocked by Keita. And Keita will get the rebound. Perry with it, back the other way, dribbles through, gets it out to White. White pump fakes, now going to drive into the lane, right side layup, no good. Keita's there for the offensive rebound, though. Keita trying to go up strong with it, shots up and blocked. McFarland with the block there. Blocked into the hands of Marshall. Williams up the left side, trying to float one in here to Harvey, but he can't corral it in. And Keita's there for the pickup. Caulfield back the other way, Perry to the top of the key. Swings it over to Bettis. Bettis pump fake. Now inside to Keita on the left block. Keita going to be double teamed, but puts up the floater with the right hand. No good. White with the putback. Doesn't get it, but does get fouled. He'll head to the line for two. J. Reese Williams picks up the foul, his third. And so it will be White to the free throw line. Coffeyville just took 3 attempts from the free throw line in the first half. But White will make good on number 1. Tyrone Marshall Jr. checks in. Places of J. Reese Williams on the floor. White sets up for number 2. White came into this game a 64% free throw shooter. Team shot 71%. But White will go 2 of 2 here. Coffeyville improves on that percentage just a little bit. Now lead by 19 here at 52-33. Harvey across half court, going to be picked up by Holt. They give it over to Johnson. Johnson for 3, left wing. Shot too short. Rebounded by Marshall Jr., though. He'll put up a shot. He'll be fouled, and he'll head to the line for 2. Coffeyville having a hard time picking up defensive rebounds here at the moment. Several offensive rebounds going over towards Colby. So it will be Marshall Jr. to the line, shooting 2. Just a 46% free throw shooter. He'll sink the first here. So Marshall Jr. on the board now. And the second is no good. White's able to bring it in. White able to find Bettis on the outlet pass. Out the middle of the floor, finds White. White going to drive into the lane, backs out, now gives it on over to Bettis. Bettis off to his left, gives it over to White. Now up to the top of the key we go over to Bettis. Bettis drives into the lane once again, kicks it out to White. White for 3, back of the rim, no good. Long rebound picked up by Johnson. Johnson will cross half court, dribbles right and almost into a trap. But Perry will tip the ball out of bounds, looking for that steal. And Colby will retain it. J. Reese Williams checking back in. Replacing Harvey on the floor. It'll be Marshall with it as he dribbles off to his left. Guard by Keita. Now out to Johnson, and off top once we go to Marshall. 15 seconds left from the shot clock here as Marshall spins back to his left. Bettis guarding him closely, going to drive into the lane, off the glass, rolls out, no good. Keita's there for the rebound. Give it off over to Bettis. Bettis up the middle of the floor. Hand it off over to Perry. Perry going to set up at the top of the key for 3. Back of the rim, no good. High rebound. Going to be picked up here by Marshall. Up the floor, we go over to Marshall. Marshall going up for the dunk, but the shot blocked by White. White with the block into the hands of Boston Holt, coming back the other way. Over to Perry. Perry going to take another 3. Is this one good? Yes, it is. Perry is second 3 of the game. He'll put it home, and Coffeyville for the first time tonight leads by more than 20. They lead by 21 points here with 14-15 remaining here in this contest. We'll take ourselves a minute timeout, as it is a Colby timeout on the floor. You listen to Red Ravens basketball, US 98.1 KUSN.
Services. Stop by our offices at 502 West 12th in Coffeyville or 101 East Main in Independence.
NDB Insurance in Neodesha is your local hometown independent insurance agent. Always here to help. You can call NDB at 325-2645 or visit their website at ndbinsurance.com and let them help you with your insurance needs. They represent numerous insurance companies so they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB of Neodesha at 414 Main Street.
Back here at Nellis Hall after the timeout, Coffeyville leads by 21, 55-34. 14 minutes remaining here in this second half of play. It's Connor Harba here with you today. It looks like we'll have ourselves some changes coming up here as McFarland spins to the right. Shot up, no good, but there for the rebound is Marshall Jr. Shot blocked by Kita. It'll end up in the hands of Perry. Looks like we'll see Alhasani Diallo for the first time. Pass inside to Kita. Softly off the glass. That's good. Kita with his first basket here in the second half, and now we'll have ourselves another timeout here taken by Colby. So 2 timeouts in quick succession taken by the Trojans. This one is going to be taken, and it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Now it looks like we just won't take the timeout. So it's a timeout, but it's not a timeout, I guess. Substitution timeout, sure. It is going to be a 23-point Coffeyville lead. So your new lineup out on the floor looks like it's going to be Smith, Hayden Brittingham once again, Tyler Perry still on the floor, Marquise Browning, and now Alhasani Diallo. 3-point shot, Ahmad Johnson, right baseline. Shot no good, brought down by Brittingham. Brittingham off to Perry, up the right side of the floor. Goes to his left, top of the key, now swings it over to Browning. Browning puts the ball on the floor, going to drive in, right side layup, good. Browning makes it easy on the right side. It makes it look easy at least. 59-34. Foul coming up the floor though. Browning will poke out from behind, and that'll be number 4. That'll bring us the return of Kevon Ellis. So that will be 4 on Browning. 3rd team foul of the half. But we will have a 25-point Coffeyville lead, 59-34. Harvey with it here on the right block, guarded by Smith. Kicks it back out, now over to Marshall. Marshall drives into the lane, left side layup is good. Marshall's got 8 now, 59-36. Brittingham here at the top. Moves on over to Ellis. Tries to get it to the left elbow, loses control of the basketball though, and ends up in the hands of Marshall. Coming back the other way now is Colby. Over to Williams. Williams for 3 from the corner. Back of the rim, no good. Diallo there for the rebound. Diallo up the floor. It's going to be Smith. Smith going to center the basketball, directing traffic. Now gives it on over to Ellis. Ellis looking to get it inside to Diallo, but the pass is tipped. Diallo able to try to save it at least. Gets it over to Ellis, but Ellis is out of bounds. It'll be a turnover in Colby basketball. 13 minutes to the top of the hour. We'll get a timeout here taken by Coffeyville. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and match that. 12:28 here remaining in this contest. Coffeyville leads by 23, 59-36. You're listening to Red Ravens basketball, US 98.
Hello, Al Perky here at Perky's Used Cars. Are you looking for a good used car or pickup at an affordable price? Well, we'd love to have a chance to help you out. Same location, same phone number since 1969. We are here to stay. Our current inventory is on our website at perkysusedcars.com. Plus, we have vehicles arriving daily. Every car sold comes with our 30-day limited warranty. Before you buy, give us a shot. We're located a half a mile west of Buckeye on 1200 Road, southwest of Coffeyville. perkysusedcars.com.
Coffeyville with the basketball here out of the timeout. Trying to get it to the left block over to Diallo, but he can't hang on. And now it's Williams driving up the floor. He'll be picking up a foul. Actually, nope, it'll be Smith picking up a foul. Another foul charge here to Coffeyville. It'll be Jalen Smith's 3rd. 59-36. Coffeyville up by 23 with 12 minutes remaining here in this first half. Marshall inbound the ball from the sideline. He'll give it over to Williams. 12 minutes to go once again. Coffeyville looking for victory number 9 this season. 2 non-conference wins, 6 conference wins in the Jayhawk Conference. As Williams takes the ball on the right wing. Did I say that enough? Here's a three-point shot. Ahmad Johnson, top of the key. That's good. Johnson's got 6 now, and we're down to 20. Pass up the floor, going to find Ellis now. Ellis now off to Smith. Smith a few steps to his left, going to settle on the left wing. Now cuts back to the right, gets it up top to Brittingham. Brittingham over to Perry. Screen set by Brittingham, now over to Ellis. Also going to drive to his right, now gets it into the corner to Smith. Pump fakes, 5 seconds left on the shot clock, mid-range jumper. Smith puts it home. Jalen Smith good for 2. It's a 22-point lead, now 61-39. Williams with the basketball, now gives it on over to Marshall. Anthony Marshall. He'll hand it on back to Williams. Williams over now to Johnson. And now inside to Tyrone Marshall. Ability to contact inside. It'll be 2 free throws. Once again. Fouls on Kevon Ellis. That's 4 on him. And with that foul, that'll bring Dawson Holt back into the game. First free throw is good. Tyrone Marshall Jr. now 2 points each from the free throw line. And the second free throw, that one's no good. Holt's there to bring it in. So the lead's cut down to 21 after the free throw, 61-40. Smith on the left side, he'll dribble back to his right. Gets it on over to Holt on the right wing. Center it, get it on over to Diallo. Diallo off to Smith. Smith going to put the ball on the floor, into the lane, right side shot, good. Smith's got now 4 in the second half. Back up to 23 we go, 63-40. Just kind of going back and forth, between 25, 23, 21. Anthony Marshall dribbles through the double team, gets it off to Williams. Williams for 3, it's no good. It's rebounded by Brittingham. Smith up the right side of the floor, kicks it over to Perry. Perry for 3, on target, yes it is. And make that 3 now for Perry, 3 threes. He's got 11, he's in the double digits tonight. Harvey over to Johnson now, pump fakes, drives in, going for the dunk, no good, but he is fouled on the way up. Whether that is actually a foul is yet to be seen. And that'll be a foul here on Hayden Brittingham. That'll be number 6 here on Coffeyville. Come heck or high water. And that'll lead us to our media timeout. We'll be back in a minute. 66-40.
I won 7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
Hey Coffeyville, this is your favorite banker from Community State Bank, and I just popped into your favorite radio station to let you know that interest rates are at an all-time low. So if you've been looking to refinance your home, now is the time. Give us a call at 251-1313 or stop by and see us at 1414 West 11th Street. This has been your favorite banker, Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And back here to Nellis Hall in Coffeyville, Kansas. After the media timeout here, it'll be Ahmad Johnson at the free throw line, shooting 2. Now, of course, whether that was a foul before the media timeout, I'm not quite sure. But I don't make the final decisions. So will be Johnson at the line. Johnson tonight, this is his first trip to the line. He's got 6 tonight. Again, it is a 26-point lead here for Coffeyville, 66-40. First free throw up and away is off the front of the rim, no good. I gotta figure he got him across the arm, if anything. But the second one is good. Won't waste time thinking about it. That'll make it a 66-41 game. Bettis comes up the right sideline. Finds Keita down the floor. Keita in the corner. He'll make it up to Smith. Smith off to Holt now. And over to Brittingham. Brittingham going to square up to the basket. Guarded by McFarland. Goes to his right. A lot of contact. He'll be fouled. He'll head to the line. Foul will be on Matt McFarland, his third. And Hayden will take his second trip to the free throw line tonight. 1 of 2 currently. First one up and away, and it is good. Brittingham's got 8 now. Finds his first point here in this second half. Matt McFarland checks out, and for the first time, we'll see Tyreek King. He'll check in. Second one up for Brittingham, also good. So Brittingham will go 2 for 2 this time round. 3 of 4 now overall. He's got 9. And it's 68-41. Up to a 27-point Coffeyville lead. Trying to get a pass inside here to Marshall Jr. Ends up in the hands of King, but the shot's blocked by Keita. However, the ball still ends up in the hands of Colby. It's Marshall trying to drive on in, gets it to Marshall Jr., and he'll put it off the glass. Marshall's got 4 now tonight, 68-43. And it's up the 4, now kicks it on over to Holt. Holt will be picked up by Johnson. Dribbles off to his right, now finds Smith. Smith goes over to Brittingham. Brittingham just outside the three-point line, going to put the ball on the 4. Gets into the free throw line, now kicks it out to Smith. Smith for 3, got it. Smith adds a 3 to his 2 prior field goals. He's got 7 now. 71-43 our score, largest lead of the game for Coffeyville at 28. To his right goes Marshall, now off to Johnson. Johnson to the right elbow, now going to fade away from the free throw line. Shot too short, no good. It'll bounce out of bounds. It'll be Coffeyville basketball. Farland checks in. He'll replace Amon Johnson. Brittingham will inbound the ball over to Smith now. It looks like Colby can apply a little bit of pressure. They are able to find Bettis on the left side. Now gets it back over to Smith. Smith up the floor, over to Holt now. Near the left corner, but he'll toss it back up top to Bettis. Bettis now on over to Holt once again. Holt puts the ball on the 4, kicks it on over to Bettis. Bettis in the right corner, dribbling off to his left. Guarded by King. Off to the right, now finds Smith. Smith going for his second 3. Yes, got that one too. Smith having himself a nice little half here. He's got 10 in the double digits now. Marshall comes back quickly the other way. Puts up the floater, shot no good. There for the rebound is Bettis. Brittingham going for that charge he likes to take so much. Didn't find the whistle though. Holt pump fakes on the other side over to Bettis. Bettis going to try for 3. That one no good, front of the rim, but Keita's there for the rebound. Off the glass, he goes, but he can't find the putback. It's rebounded by Williams. Now up to the other side we go. Marshall going to have the ball stripped away. It ends up in the hands of Bettis. Up the floor over to Brittingham. Brittingham has to beat King, goes for the layup, gets the bucket and the foul. Coffeyville, just like that, finds themselves a nice little run and leads by 33. So Brittingham finds himself another basket. He's in the double digits. He's got 11 now. And he'll have an opportunity for the and 1 play as we get ourselves a few substitutions here. Kevon Ellis checking back in for Coffeyville. It looks like in for Colby, it'll be Malachi Delgado, and it looks like Daquan Tucker as well. Also, it looks like that is also going to be Rasheed Wilson. Players we have not seen, like we talked about earlier. This is a team that likes to go only 6 players as we near the end of this one, and as Brittingham sinks himself another free throw, we start thinking about those end-of-the-bench kind of players. 7:15 remaining here in the second half. It is a 34-point Coffeyville lead. It's Marshall Jr. now gives it on over to Tucker. Tucker off to King. He'll swing it on over. I think that's going to be Wilson with it. Up top to Marshall Jr. He'll give it on over. That'll be Delgado trying to drive into the lane. He'll carry. The turnover, Coffeyville basketball. So Coffeyville, feels like just yesterday they were leading by about 23. Now lead by 34. That's how quickly Coffeyville can strike. Anybody on the floor. Kevon Ellis for three from the corner. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Long rebound, though. It's roped in by Smith. So Coffeyville will remain with possession of the basketball here. Heads off to the left. Now gives it on over to Ellis. Rotating it around. Going to find Bettis now. Back up top to Smith. Going for another three. That one's no good. But Keita's there for the rebound. Gives it on over to Bettis. He'll take a three. He's no good off the front of the rim, but another offensive rebound for Coffeyville. And this possession will continue. Try to get it inside. They'll find Brittingham off the glass and in. So you can't find a three, but you find Brittingham inside. He'll get the job done. Another two, and it's up by 36 now, 79-43. Larry White sent to the scorer's table. He'll check in a moment. Three-point shot on the other side, and he buries it. That's McQuan Tucker. Tucker good for three, 79-46, back down to 33. Up top to Smith. Rotating around now, going to find Bettis on the left wing. Bettis to his right, on over to Smith. Smith pump fakes, drives inside the lane, kicks it on over to Bettis. Bettis, he'll pump fake, drives to his left, but he'll be fouled. As the foul will go on Rasheed Wilson, his first. Larry White checks in, replacing Blaze Keita. So Keita will step out here. Bettis takes it on the left wing. Up top we go to Smith. Now back to Pettis. Pettis going to just set up for three. Left side of the rim, no good. Coffeyville not really helping their shooting percentage at the moment from beyond the arc. They'll have a foul on the rebound. We'll go to the line for 1-1. Browning will be checking in a moment. Well, right now, in fact. He'll check in for Love Bettis. By the way, the foul was on Kevon Ellis. That is number 5. And so Ellis will foul out of today's game with 12 points. So a solid day scoring-wise here for Ellis, but he'll foul out of this contest. So Bettis will actually stay out onto the floor. On the floor right now, it's Brittingham, White, Smith, Browning, and also Bettis. First free throw on the way of the 1-1. It's no good, but there for the rebound is King. Shot up, no good. There for the rebound this time is Brittingham. So Smith back the other way with it, gets it over to Bettis. Over to Smith now, and off to Browning. 79-46, 5 minutes left to play. Over to Brittingham now on the left block. Swings it over to Browning, and now quickly over to Smith. Smith looking to drive into the lane, steps back, shot just inside the three-point line, off the front of the rim. That's no good. Malachi Delgado going to get it into the corner. Another three here for Tucker. That's no good. And Bettis will pick up another rebound. Bettis pushing it up quickly up the middle of the floor. Going to go all the way in with it, off the glass and in. Bettis goes coast to coast. Reward with another bucket. He's got 9. Coffeyville over the 80-point mark again here at 81. 81-46. Marshall Jr. with it. Gives it on over to Tucker. Tucker up top to King. Brittingham trying to get into the passing lane. Can't find it. Pass over to Tucker. Tucker for 3. It's no good. White there to bring down the rebound. Coffeyville averaging 83 points a game. Just 2 points away from that average. Smith gets it to the left wing. Wing-to-wing pass over to Bettis now. And over to the baseline. We go to Brittingham. Brittingham guarded by King. He'll drive the right baseline. Sends it over to Browning. Browning for 3. Good. There you go. Went cold just for a little bit, but Marquise Browning will find his first 3 of the game, and Coffeyville now leads by 38 at 84-46. And now we'll have ourselves a timeout here. Timeout to get some substitutions in. As Hunter Anderson checks in for Coffeyville, replacing Brittingham. And Aluseni Diallo will check in as well. It looks like he will replace Larry White. So Diallo and Anderson into the game now. Jarrett Bates will check in here for Colby. As it will be Delgado across half court. Off to his left now to the top of the key. Off to Bates and now over to Tucker. Tucker pump fakes, guarded by Anderson. Dribbling off to his right. He'll get it over to King. Quickly over now to, that'll be Rasheed Wilson. Now over to Bates and off to Delgado we go. Sending it around here. Now going to find, that's Tucker. Has to shoot at the end of the shot clock. A lot of contact, but the shot clock violation first. And so it will be Coffeyville basketball. Jalen Randall going to be sent to the scorer's table. He'll check in a moment. Bettis over to Smith on the left wing. Now back across over to Bettis. Bettis over to the right corner. Browning for three. It's no good. Diallo trying to bring in the rebound, but it'll head out of bounds. And so it will become Colby basketball once again. 84-46 again. 3:13. Bettis going to check out in favor of Jalen Randall. Coffeyville pretty much going to cruise to their 9th victory of the season. They'll go 9-0 and 7-0 in Jayhawk Conference play. Set up that showdown with Dodge City. Rasheed Wilson to the right, gives it over to King, and now on over to Tucker. Tucker going to take another three, and he'll make this one too. Juan Tucker now has 6. And it's down to 35 at 84-49. Smith on to his left. Screen set by Diallo. He'll send it on over to Browning. Into the corner for Randall. Randall for three. Too hard, no good. Ball ends up on the floor. It's going to roll out of bounds. Last touch by Colby. Maybe not. It's last touch by Coffeyville. It'll be Colby basketball. Josh Cole going to check in here for Colby. It'll be Delgado up the floor. Picked up by a Diallo. Over to Bates and now off to Cole. Jake Van Northam sent to the scorer's table. He'll check in here for Coffeyville on the next dead ball. Rasheed Wilson trying to drive to his right. Sends it on in here to King. King will be fouled. He'll head to the line. Foul will be on Auseni Diallo. First personal, a team foul. And so it will send Tyreek King to the line, shooting 1-1. So Jake Van Northam will check into the game as Browning heads out. First free throw on the way is no good. Won't get the back half there. As Anderson gets the rebound. So Smith across half court. He'll send it on over to Randall. Randall on over to Smith. Now to Van Northam. Van Northam back up top to Smith. And now on over to Randall. Under 2 minutes to go now. Off to Smith. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Van Northam in the corner. He'll take the three. Is it good? No, front of the rim. Rebounded by Wilson. Coffeyville wants that Van Northam three. Smith with a steal on the other side. Up the left side of the floor now. To the top of the key. He'll send it on over to Randall. Randall off to Smith. Now back off to Van Northam. Guarded by Cole. And we go once again over to Randall on the right wing. Smith going to drive into the lane. Over to Van Northam. He'll try it again. Is this one good? Yes, it is. Van Northam gets the three. And the Coffeyville bench runs wild. Van Northam finally gets the bucket. And now we'll have a bucket on the other side here for Tyreek King. 87-51. Northam good for three. His first basket of the season. Actually, no. Yeah, his first basket of the season. Had picked up a free throw earlier in the year. Randall to his left once again with the floater. Good. Smith will add another two to his total. Had a very, very good second half Smith has. Under a minute to go, 89-51. Pass off to Bates now and over to, I believe that'll be Wilson with the three. It's no good. Rebounded by Diallo. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. As Smith brings it across, gets it on over to Randall. And Coffeyville improves to 9-0 on the season. And 7-0 in Jayhawk Conference play. A victory over Colby here today. They'll complete the sweep. They'll need to put up a shot. Randall drives into the lane. He's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2. Randall, he'll head to the line. A chance to add his name to the scoring books and the scoring total. Randall's first free throw is no good. Randall put in some solid minutes today. Puts up the second free throw. That one's good. So there you go. Every player on this year's Coffeyville roster is officially in the scoring books for the season. 3 seconds left. Rasheed Wilson over to the left wing. It'll be taken by Cole. He'll take a 3 at the buzzer. It falls short, and that'll be the end of today's game. So Coffeyville takes themselves a 39-point victory, and they will walk away with their 9th victory of the season as Jake Van Ortham is mobbed over at half court. Coffeyville, another dominating performance here tonight. So, again, 9-0 on the season, 7-0 in Jayhawk Conference play. This sets up very nicely for what should be an exciting showdown with the 22nd ranked Dodge City Conquistadors coming up here on Saturday. We'll talk about that here in just